You're gonna start talking or what?
Look at this. Look. See, we were doing an overhaul for somebody. Somebody actually bought this, and they said they had overhauled at a shop that we had a card in there, but I don't know whether they include these lovely scratching on the sides in that overhaul, but unbelievable.
That's extra,
But
I'll have you know.
That's extra.
Extra.
Oh, really?
So Jay, is it true that these games that come in shopped already take you twice as long as one that we have to piece together from the warehouse?
Usually, because then I gotta fix all their mistakes.
Ugh.
I hunger.
I don't know what that's about. Now, Donkey Kong, another overhaul. And Steven's on the floor again where he always likes to be.
Beware, coward.
What did you say to me?
Run, coward.
Oh man, now, I suppose Tony here, who's working on Discitron and changing the field, I suppose you have something to say about this.
Beware, I live.
Of course, they're all talking about this gorgeous, beautiful Sinistar
My Sinistar.
that has just been finished. This belonged to our camera operator, who has decided to part ways with it. And it's in splendid shape now, because Steven repainted the sides. Look at this terrific red T-molding. Doesn't that look great? Tmolding.com has all different colors.
Look at the great T-molding.
What?
Did you make the T-molding, Steve?
Yeah,
I mean, gee, puts more effort into the T-molding than in your 12 hours of paint.
now wait a minute. I did rave about his paint job.
Yeah, for 3 seconds and 10 minutes about the T-molding.
All right, raving.
Look at the color matching.
Look at the color match.
Looks factory.
Look at the factory.
So it looks factory, bozo.
It looks factory.
Jesus Christ.
That T-molding's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
We know we try to come up with different things on these videos, and we've got almost 800 videos now. Oh, we're going to go over, looks like maybe by this weekend, we're going to go over 1 million views. Yes.
We're gonna have a party?
We should have a party. You know, people don't like this camera shaking. Frank, people don't like
Can we
it.
get you to pay for the party and stay home?
Yeah, maybe I'll just give everybody the day off with double pay.
Works for me. How about you just stay home? That would be the party.
Yeah. We get more done when you're not here.
Okay. Anyway, look. A new computer-grade power supply with easy change connectors. We also put an isolation transformer for the monitor. It's all nice and neat. See how nice and neat this is? So if that goes bad, yes, Frank did that. Mr. Cameraman. Yes. Now, when you do this, you have to run the light bulbs through a fuse. The old Paris bulbs. The power supply has to go through, otherwise you may short out the power supply if one of the lamp sockets were to fail. So you always put a 1 amp fuse in here. Here's the soundboard with the new capacitors in it, and the speech board. These 4 chips contain, what is it, 14 words?
Something like that.
14 words. State-of-the-art technology in 1981. That was almost 33 years ago. Unbelievable. And guess who designed that? He passed away, sadly, yesterday. It was Python Anghelo, an extraordinary Williams designer who designed mostly artwork, but he did the sound designs for this game. But you'll remember seeing his artwork in High Speed, Pinbot, Joust was another video game he did. Just an extraordinary fellow that Williams was lucky to get. And that's why we dedicated the video to him. And what a perfect game to do it with, too. Let's continue here, Frank. The logic board here. This is Williams' standard unit that they used in Stargate and Joust. However, we've updated it. We've put these stickers on here. Frank thought this would be a good idea to note that these were modified, and these are now running on 4164 RAMs, which only require 1 voltage. So the nice thing about these is they run cool. The old ones you could cook eggs on them, but these are nice and cool, aren't they?
Eggs, but not the bacon, right?
Not the bacon. Now, we cut out up here the wire for the 12 volts. So you can't mix up 4116s on this board. But we have hanging up on a hook inside the front door some extra 4164s for our customers. So if, in case one goes bad, and as Frank points out, they probably never will fail again because of this upgrade. We did put a new power connector on and a new connector here. So, and it's gripping it on all 3 sides because we're using the Triuricon connector that grips the pin on all 3 sides. So we think this is bulletproof forever, right, Frank? Yeah.
I think so.
Now look at this. Look at the Rom board. Lots more programming. See how much bigger this is. The original board was much smaller for Stargate and Joust and Robotron and Defender. And then the Switchline board is much larger because it's an optical board. The first use of the 49-way optic board that Williams designed. Bubbles was the next game to use it, and they used it up to, let's see, the same joystick was used in Arch Rivals, Bally Midway's Arch Rivals. And then, of course, Gauntlet Legends has it, but it's a different design. It doesn't use that spider bellows that you're going to see in a minute. 4900 chassis has all new parts in it. We think that'll run for another 100 years. We hope so. Let me show you up here. I want to show you something neat. You see the light, the buttons here. Did I unlock that or lock it? I locked it. See the buttons? See the buttons? Now you say, well, they're glowing, but they're actually glowing about double the brightness. Originally, Williams put 44 bulbs to light each of the 3 buttons on each side, 6 light bulbs. But we've changed it to adjustable LEDs. I just have one clip here. Make it easier. Let me show you. See, they have this chain so the thing doesn't flop open. We open that up. These are the lights. See, you can adjust them and point them. And we point them right at the button to give it super brightness. I tried 44 in there, and I tried this. They're doubly bright. So it's definitely a nice modification. And we have a brand new bellows on here. See how that works? And the rubber returns it to dead center. Really nice joystick. You do have to reheat the optos and the connectors to make that efficient. Remember, when you reheat optos, you do one leg at a time, reheat one leg of the optic, and then take the solder pencil away and do a different optic. And then you go back to the first one after you let it give it a chance to cool down. An extraordinary game. This game was very hard. When this game was released, it was released simultaneously with Bubbles. Unfortunately, both games came at the end of the arcade cycle, I guess you could say. And neither game did very well. When you start, you have nothing saved. See where it says empty? You're mining the Cinnabons. And as you pick them up, you can hear or see up here the round mining crystal. And you see the red guys. Well, first of all, the gray ships are trying to kill you. But the creepy red things are stealing what you're mining. See, they gobble up what you're mining, it creeps. But you can get them back, as Frank points out. This was Frank's game, so Frank spent hours playing this, didn't you, Frank?
Yeah, man.
It was so fast. And the spacing is
Nothing
massive. I'm letting him build. You see, they're trying to build the Sinistar. Eventually, you'll see him when he's formed on the radar at the top of the TV screen there. See up here, there's your radar. The blue box is where I am. See how big the space area is? 1982. Unbelievable. What a beautiful piece of equipment. And of course, it has that fantastic sound. They use a round speaker up here. I think it's a 6-inch speaker that gives really good sound. There's a fluorescent light on the top behind the panel, too, that lights up. Those are things we change before you get it. A new starter, a new fluorescent bulb. See how well I'm doing? Frank, am I doing well?
We'll see when you finish.
Oh, I guess I'm not.
Let's see how good you're doing.
Oh no. He's angry.
You have that effect on people.
Do you know they made 2 different songs from the Sinistar voice? You can actually hear them on YouTube. There's also a cockpit version where you sit in and play, and that has stereo sound, where this one does not. That uses 2 soundboards.
Beware, coward.
I've only seen... Oh, there he is. Oh, he looks pissed. He looks pissed.
Beware, I live.
It tells you how many pieces. The Sinistar has all 13
Run,
pieces.
coward.
I'm not gonna run. Now watch. Oh. See, I was trying to blow him up. I used my Cinnabobs to blow him up. He has 7 pieces. I can still kill him.
Beware, coward.
I have... How many do I have left, Frank? I have...
I am Sinistar.
I guess not. Frank, did I play it well?
No. You're never allowed to touch this game again. It was so awful.
Anyway, holds the high scores just like the other game. And we have the customer's name in there. John Bennett dares you to play me. He is going to be very happy when this shit... Isn't that a beautiful effect? Beautiful game. Now look, you press the fire button to see the high scores. There we are. Well, I think it's done, Franklin.
Who's Franklin? Who left?
And look, Tony has made exquisite progress on our Discatron. Discatron Environmental's coming. Oh, and we got a brand new glass of Tron himself standing for the back of the machine. It's a beauty, and it's coming along with Donkey Dong
For Christmas.
and Christmas. Look, Steven's still on the floor. Come on, let's go. Steven?
Beware, I live.
Anyway, Frank, let's do this game next. This is coming in an hour. Just have to finish her up. Keep watching, more to come.